Hello guys, welcome back to another review video, and today we will be reviewing the K&F Concepts KF-TM-T324 tripod. Okay guys, so yeah, we have the K&F Concepts KF-TM-2324 tripod with us today, and let's go ahead and start off with the top of the tripod and kind of work ourselves down. First of all, we have the ball head kind of part of the tripod. We have a quick release plate, which is very nice when you just want to hook it onto your camera, and then you can just attach it here and then it screws in. If you look on the top, there is a fluid head part of the tripod. It tells you if the tripod's level or not. The only thing about that that's kind of annoying is that whenever the camera is on the tripod, it just completely covers that part up, and you can level it out before you put the camera on. This is a ball head, so that means it can get a 360-degree angle, and then there's another knob where you can turn the whole entire ball head part of the tripod. And this is just like the top of a tripod. Like this isn't part of the tripod. You can take this off. So that is one of many advantages. So if we just unscrew this right now, we can completely like set this thing aside. If you want to put this, like let's say on a GorillaPod or any other type of tripod, with this GorillaPod, I can just easily screw it into the base right there, no problem. So a trick that I am going to pursue is, since this quick release plate is versatile with any of the other ball heads and quick release plate systems like this, what you can do is, let's say if you vlog or if you have this GorillaPod to do time lapses, like in places that you couldn't do time lapses with, or anything like that, where you have more than one tripod or mounting system, is you can actually buy another one of these ball heads and have one on your tripod, have one on your GorillaPod or whatever mount you have, and then you can just connect the camera to this quick release plate, and then when you want to move your camera to the other thing, you literally just take it off the quick release plate with the camera on, and you just put it in the other one. You would never have to disconnect this quick release plate from your camera. You would also have an extra quick release plate just in case you lost it. So that's also something else that's pretty nice. Yeah, so that's definitely something to look into. But it comes with this strap that's automatically on the tripod, and maybe for picking it up and like carrying it around easier. But what I did notice is that you can, if you want to take that off, take the strap off, you can actually unscrew this part of the tripod, and you can take it off. You can just completely take this thing off, and then you just slide this back on, screw the nut back in, and then you're good to go. You couldn't connect your camera to it. This thing's too big. And so while fumbling around, I noticed that, again, if you take this off, this whole part right here with this nut and this other piece, you take this off, and you can actually unscrew this, and if you flip it around, you can screw it back in. You can actually connect a camera to just the top of this without having to have this. Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can kind of start talking about the actual parts of the tripod itself. This thing gets pretty tall. This tripod is normally, I think it was 5'2", and this is probably as high as you're gonna go with this price range. On the bottom of this pole, there is a hook. Now if I unscrew this, there's a hook down here, and this hook can work both as to hang your camera bag, your camera gear, if you didn't want to get on the ground, if you're like shooting outside and you didn't want to get it dirty, or you can have it just, you can put weights on it, and it'll keep this tripod from, like, I don't know if you had it like outside and you're worrying that like it would fly away. I don't know how that would happen personally, but I could see somebody actually like bumping it. This thing is like super light. I don't know the specifics exactly, but all of these specifics will be in the on the Amazon page, which is to this tripod, which is going to be in the description below. So you can go find out the exact weight. 62 inches is the height, and you can find out exactly what it's made out of. I think it's made out of aluminum or carbon fiber, or something along the lines of that. Another thing with this pole beam right here that can go up and down, if you unscrew the base of it, you can flip this straight upside down. So I can put this underneath the tripod, screw this back on top, And when you get this, it will look like this, so you'll already know about this once you get it. This thing basically gives you like an overview shot. Now that we've talked about that, let's actually get into the tripod legs themselves. So whenever you're shooting, sometimes it can be like this, and I can just set up a tripod at the opposite end of the room. I don't have to touch the tripod, I just put my camera on it, press record, and I don't have to mess with it. But sometimes you get into a shoot, and you're like at a wedding or something like that, or an event, and you set the tripod down, you take a few pictures, or you video some stuff, but then you have to easily sometimes you have to easily pack up and go to the next location, or whatever it may be, or like around the place, and you have to completely pack this thing up to get around people, to get it as small as it can possibly be. And so with these legs, these things pack up so easily. So this is just one of the legs, obviously, but that took hardly any time just to pack up that one tripod leg. In order to set up, we also need the tripod legs basically to just shoot out for us. And so if we have what we have here, these automatically come out. If you open the lever all the way, they automatically come out. Since they're so close together, you can just close them all at once, or you can even open them up all at once. This tripod also has these locking mechanisms, and so if you have it like this, if you have to have it at a weird angle, here, let's do there. Also, a side note, this tripod will fit in any position and take up hardly any space. It has these locking mechanisms that once it's locked down, you can't pull back up unless you wanted to break it. But why would you want to do that to your own tripod? If you push it down a little bit more, you can push down on this grip part and move it all past the locks. There's 3 settings for the locking, so if you needed to have it at this first one, for this angle, second one, or a third, which is what we originally had it at for a third. Obviously the third will get you most height, then you can. But you can also completely just fold this straight up. This thing is starting to look like a spider now. This thing is messing with me. There you go. Now you have a tripod. And then you would obviously flip this around so you have it facing you, or whatever you'd want to do with it. So yeah. On the bottom of the tripod, there are, on each leg of the tripod, there are these grips. And these grips, they're rubberized grips, so they're not spikes, so they're not going to scratch any surface. There's a spike, so basically it's poking out in order to ensure that, let's say, if you are on rocky terrain, or you need the tripod to be able to kind of grip to whatever surface it's on. Now, obviously, it's not going to stick to the wall or anything. That would be impressive. It's just basically going to ensure that this thing can be as stable as this thing can possibly be. It does come with a bag. This bag, where you can just, in its state like this, straight out of the bag, or straight out of the box, it does come in this bag. That's it. If you like the video, please make sure to leave a like below. Comment for any questions that you may have. But yeah, definitely consider subscribing. That would be great. And the link to the Amazon page for you to go buy will be in the description below. And yeah, that gives you more details, a whole lot more details than what this video has given you, obviously. You can go check out other people's comments and reviews and see what they had to say about it on the Amazon page, like I said, in the description below. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, please consider subscribing. That would mean a lot. And yeah, see you guys in the next video, and have a great day.